What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Ghetto Sports with Sports Flavor with 8121 Talk with Big Al. This is
Yeah,
Manny.
yeah,
Big Al's in
yeah,
the house.
yeah. What's good, man?
What's going on, Al? What's going on, Al? We got this
Man,
free agency going on right now in the NFL. You know, I tell you, the NFL never takes off a moment. I don't care if they're not playing football. They are continually trying to steal the headlines from the sports world.
right.
You know, we
I'm,
have one of
I'm
the.
trying to find out. So I haven't been really keeping up with it. You know,
All right, so I'm
so
gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna shoot a
we
couple of
here.
them out to you, and you
Okay,
let me
okay,
know, how you feel.
no
All
problem.
right, since you got that Atlanta Braves hat on, let's start right there.
Wait, hold on.
The
This is a
Falcons.
wait. This is a throwback Atlanta Braves throwback.
Okay, no
That was a
problem.
kid. That was my thing before I met you.
Okay,
Okay,
yes,
let's get it
no
right.
problem.
Okay, let's
But
go.
the Falcons has signed Kirk Cousins from Minnesota. He left Minnesota in free agency. Now down in Atlanta because his wife is from Alpharetta, so she came back home and brought Kirk with him.
So from what I understand, he got a very good contract.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that true?
Was it 4 years, 180 million with a
Woo,
100 million guaranteed.
woo, lot of mercy.
So basically, that's almost like basically you say it's a 2 year contract because with these quarterbacks getting $50 million a year, so if he gets 50 million this year, 50 million next year, the third year they could probably opt out of the contract if they got a young quarterback to replace him.
Well, around him, he has a great running back.
Yes, he
He has
does.
he's a great running back. Atlanta was just missing pieces. What was the guy that was there before? What was
Was
his
the
name? The
quarterback?
quarterback. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, Ritter. And Ritter has been shipped out. They traded Ritter to the Cardinals um, for I think a fifth or sixth round pick.
So do you think it was an upgrade?
Yes, yes. Ritter, Cousins, yes, that's an upgrade. They were saying that Atlanta, if they had decent quarterback play last year, they would have probably made the playoffs.
Okay.
Remember, they
Okay.
lost 6-9 to Carolina.
Right. That was near down to the end of the season, like game 10 or 11, somewhere around there. And then of course they got embarrassed by New Orleans in that debacle,
Yes.
which I want to talk about. Since we just said that, let's jump from there. I understand. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I understand that Jameis Winston went to Cleveland.
Yes, he signed with Cleveland.
He went to Cleveland. What is that about, bro?
Well, basically, Cleveland couldn't keep a quarterback healthy last year.
Okay.
Okay. And with Watson coming off of shoulder surgery, he should be ready for the preseason. But just in
Okay.
case they need a live arm, Jameson is there. And
Okay.
plus, remember, Flacco, he went and signed with the Colts. So he left.
Now, see, that's interesting because the quarterback they have for the Colts, young black guy, I
Yeah.
can't think of his name. He's
Richardson.
he's good, bro. So
He's
what's
good, but
going
he
on
got hurt
there?
last year. So,
Shoulder injury, right?
yep, shoulder injury. And guess what? Gardner Minshew, who backed him up and played most of the season, signed with the Raiders.
Signed with the Raiders. They doing some moving around. They
Yeah,
they
everybody's
doing
moving
some
around.
moving around.
And speaking about the Raiders, Josh Jacobs left the Raiders and signed with Green Bay.
Josh Jacobs. What is he, a running back?
Running back, yes.
Okay. So, but they already had
No,
they got,
y'all running back, Aaron from
yeah,
Green Bay, he
yeah.
left there and signed with Minnesota.
Oh, he did it to Dallas. He did
Yes,
it
he
to
did.
Dallas.
He
So
did it to Dallas.
I
Now
wonder
he's
was it
with
a
Minnesota.
I wonder was it a contractual thing or he just didn't want to be there no
No, it was
more?
a
I don't know.
contractual thing. He was on.
Okay.
It was his last year. They could have re-signed him, but the money they gave Josh, basically that's what he signed for in Green with Minnesota, about $7 million contract for 1 year. You
I'll take
know,
it.
yeah. So he signed there. Your boy King Henry is
Woo,
now
woo,
a Raven.
woo. Now what is that gonna do? Will that make the
Well,
Ravens instant Super Bowl favorites?
well, they was favorites last year, but they ran into that buzzsaw called Pat Mahomes. But I think they would still be favorites, but they lost a couple people on defense. Like we were talking about it before. Queen left um,
Baltimore.
Baltimore, went to the
Hmm.
Steelers.
Went to the Steelers.
Yes, so they lost one or two players on defense. But
You see,
they got King Henry though.
here's my thing. With Derrick Henry going to Baltimore, it's like,
Yeah,
yo, before you can just like kind of spy on Lamar.
yeah,
It's gonna be hard to do that now, bro.
yeah. It's gonna be hard
It's
to
gonna
do
be hard.
that.
You have a
It-
guy, I don't know what his average is, but I think Henry's averaging about 4 or 5 yards a carry,
yes,
regardless.
regardless,
So yeah, so what are you gonna do now?
and he still made
Like,
his 1,000 yards last year. The
still
year
got it.
before, he only made 900, but he was hurt. But
He was hurt.
he led the league for about 5 to 6 weeks after
About
he got injured.
Yeah, about 6 weeks. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So that's gonna be interesting, man. You know, they still have Likely
yeah,
at the tight end position. They
yeah.
still have Zay. They
Yeah.
got rid of OBJ.
Yeah,
OBJ is
OBJ's
gone.
a free agent. OBJ is thinking about coming back to New York, either the Jets or the Giants, who might have him
Mm,
for
mm.
a last curtain call.
I need him back in the blue. What about you?
Yeah, I like to see him
No-
in blue too. I don't want to see him in green. I like to
Fingers
see him in
crossed.
blue.
Fingers
Yes.
crossed. I need him back in the
But the
blue.
last time we wanted we had our fingers crossed, we had it about Barkley. Now Barkley's an Eagle. We wanted to keep like Xavier. He's now with Green Bay. So but the Giants brought in uh, a nice haul this free agency. They picked up 4 offensive linemen.
Right?
Okay, with the caveat with John, what's his name? John Rutland Jr. His father used to play for the Eagles.
Did Dallas lose alignment to the
Yes, Dallas lost a lineman. Smith signed with the Jets.
who? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I think the only thing that the Dallas did was sign a long snapper, and they re-signed one of their cornerbacks. Right now,
S-
Dallas
Since
has
we
not
right there,
made any noise.
because we going, let's talk about it. Um, did you think Dallas moving Pollard out was a smart move
No, no, they still need a running back. They think they might get one in the draft.
in the draft?
Pollard is
Fact.
now with the
Tennessee.
Titans.
Hmm.
Yes, and Dallas might have to pick up somebody on late in free agency. It's the ironic thing. Zeke is
Zeke is where?
out there in free agency.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. But my thing is, it worked out for Pollard because Pollard is from Tennessee, bro.
Yes, he's from
You know,
Tennessee.
so he's playing close to home.
Yeah,
I
and
think he
they're not
got a
going to use
few.
him as a every down back.
No, I think he has a restaurant out there. Because me
Yep.
and my wife were talking about going to check it out and everything. But
Okay.
yeah, a great move for Tennessee. But I don't understand why Dallas did what they did. Like, what are they thinking?
Yeah.
I
Right now, Dallas,
understand.
Dallas, Dallas owner Jerry said they was before free agency started. He said they all in, but they only made 2 moves really because I still think they're handcuffed because of Dak's contract. They still got to work that out.
I think it's Dak's contract. Also, it's Micah's contract that's coming. It's
Yep.
also CD's contract that's coming,
Coming. Yep.
bro. And I don't know if Diggs is still on his rookie contract. I'm not
No, no,
sure.
no. Remember they signed Diggs last year to a
Okay.
nice contract. Then he got hurt. I think they signed him for 97 million, and then he got
Ah,
hurt. Then he got hurt for all of last year. And
right,
remember, and
right.
Gilmore is a free agent. He was signed a 1-year contract with Dallas. Now he's a free agent.
Now he's a free agent. All right. All right. Enough of this Dallas talk.
Okay.
Let's get down to business. There's a few teams I want to get down to business on. Number one is the Giants. The Giants move Saquon Barkley.
Yes.
How
Now
you
they
feel
moved
about that,
Saquon
sir?
Barkley and they signed Singletary. Now Singletary used to play for Dable in Buffalo
in
before he was
Buffalo.
down with the Texans. So he knows Dabo's scheme. And Dabo knows him.
And
You
he's
know,
decent, but he's not a Saquon.
I
He's
know.
decent.
Yeah, but I think they're gonna do a running back by committee with the Giants. And since he knows Dabo's system, Brian's system, he's maybe a perfect match for that system.
Okay, okay, okay. So uh the Giants brought in Drew Lock. Please talk to me about that, sir. What's the
Okay,
plus?
they brought Drew Lock in. They said 5 million. Gave him backup quarterback money, but they gave him they told him that he will have a chance to fight for the number one spot for QB1 with Jones.
Woo.
So
Now I saw
Jones will have to fight for it because Taylor, left the Giants and signed with the Jets.
nice move for him.
Yes.
Nice move.
So the Giants quarterback room is going to be Locke, Jones, DeVito. You
That's it.
know, they're gonna battle. They probably pick up a fourth one to have in camp because you can have 90 players in camp. So you're gonna have at least 4 quarterbacks in camp. So they're gonna pick up another one.
I
But
think
those three
I,
will
I I
battle.
think I think Drew Lock has a great chance to start.
Yes,
I think he got a great chance.
he has a nice arm. Just have to see where his mindset is at.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
he got pulled. No, he was playing in Denver. He got pulled. He said he went to Seattle and he thought he was gonna have a chance, but Geno beat him out.
Okay.
So it's his chance to show everybody if he can shine or not.
So the Giants brought
Yes.
in a few tight ends.
Yeah, they brought 2 tight ends in.
Okay.
One from Philly. We took somebody from Philly.
Okay.
That thing that was that Austin?
Not sure.
Or yeah, and we got a tight end from Denver.
Okay.
Okay.
My thing to that is okay. Waller is a damn good tight end. What's going
But
on with him?
Waller got to be healthy though. Waller is
Okay.
a great tight end if he's healthy. Now in the preseason last year, he showed off. He showed some wonders. He showed some sparks, some light. So you thought you was going to get something. Then during the
Right.
season, Jones got hurt. He got hurt, and the offense went to crap.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
right now, I think they brought in one as a blocking tight end, another one as a pass catching tight end, just in case Paula is thinking about retirement.
Okay. 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 Um, how the Giants, man? How they looking for you next season, man?
All right, right now, like I said, they picked up Burns from Carolina.
Mhm.
Burns has been attacking uh, these offensive as defensive end. This man rushes the quarterback.
Okay.
And that's what we need. We need somebody to rush the quarterback along with Thibodeau. Now, Thibodeau on one side, Burns on the other, and Lawrence in the middle. That is a recipe for a great defense.
So, so are you saying possibly fourth place in the NFC East? We could move up from that.
No, we was third place. Remember, Washington was below us.
Okay, third place. The two top teams being Dallas. We already talked about who Dallas got.
Yeah.
Uh, before I ask that question, let's do this. Philadelphia.
Okay.
Everyone knows they got Saquon.
Yes.
Who else did they get, sir?
They got Saquon. They got Huff. They took Huff from the
Uh,
Jets.
uh,
He's a defensive
uh-huh, uh-huh.
a defensive end. But remember, they lost Cox. Cox retired. One of their, Kelsey, he retired. So there's
Mm-hmm,
a leader on defense, leader on offense, both
mm-hmm,
retiring.
mm-hmm.
So you have to rebuild that locker room to see who your leaders are.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jalen is a quiet guy, but he does speak his mind when he has to. So he don't have to speak his mind this season coming up.
Right.
So we will see how he is. On paper, yeah, they look scary on paper. You got Jalen, you got Saquon, you got Brown, you got Smith. They look scary on paper. But
On paper they seem to have gotten better.
yes, but like I said, they lost a couple of veterans.
Right.
We took their tight end. Uh, the Jets. I mean, we took their tight end, and they lost somebody else to uh, and Swift. They replaced Swift with Barkley, but Swift went up to Chicago. So they lost some pieces. And remember, last year they lost their offensive coordinator and their defensive coordinator. That
Okay.
hurt them. Because down the stretch in Philly, the defense wasn't living up to par that they should have, and the
Okay.
offense sputtered. And that was a true fact because they lost both their coordinators last year. They lost their identity. They didn't know who they were.
Okay.
So hopefully, by getting some people back in there, because I think they got who they got. They got Dallas's old offensive coordinator that was down with the Chargers last year. He's now the Eagles' offensive coordinator, and Miami's defensive coordinator last year is now with Philly. He had family in Philly and everything like that. And they negotiated something that he could come back home, be close to
And
the
and we
family.
and we already spoke on it that Dallas, they didn't pick up anybody, but they did lose their defensive coordinator who became, I think, the head coach in Seattle.
No, he became the head coach in Washington, the Commanders.
Really?
Yes, and guess what? No, he brought in what you call him, Ken Norton Jr. Cause remember, Ken Norton Jr. was the defensive uh coordinator with him in Seattle. When he was no, he was linebacker coach when he was in Seattle. He's now
Okay.
the defensive coordinator in Washington with the Commanders, and they brought in Bobby Wagner. They signed Bobby
Okay.
Wagner, so that all ties in together as
But but
a
but
family.
they shipped Sam Howell out, and you told me before that they had the number 2 pick in the draft.
Yes,
So they're probably
yes.
going to grab one of these young boys.
Yeah, don't grab a
Probably not
quarterback.
Caleb. Probably not Caleb. Maybe Drake.
Uh,
Uh,
Drake May. Yeah, they want to grab. They like to grab Caleb
Caleb.
because Caleb is from there. He's from that. He's from that area.
Yeah.
And they signed his old quarterback coach from UFC to be the offensive coordinator for the Commanders.
Ooh.
So there's gonna be there's gonna be a little
Yeah.
movement between one
Yeah.
and two uh, before the draft happens.
So that quarterback position for the Commanders is vital.
Yes, it's vital.
As far as their
So
play. So we can't really call it yet until we see who they got.
that's
Right.
right.
Okay. So you did say Tyrod went to the Jets.
Yes,
Uh we spoke about Jameis went to Cleveland.
yes.
None of the other guys, Miami, San Francisco,
No,
Kansas,
oh yeah, San Francisco backup quarterback Sam went to the Vikings.
Sam Darnold.
Sam Donald, he went to the
Okay.
Vikings.
He went to the
He left there,
Vikings.
went to the
Okay.
Vikings. So right now, and remember, what's his name? Jones from New England, he went to the Jaguars as a backup quarterback. A lot of people has moved hands.
A
Quarterbacks,
lot.
running backs have moved
A lot.
has traded places.
A lot. A
A
lot of
lot.
people have moved
Yes.
places. This season is going to be totally different and interesting.
That's right.
Um but as you know, I've said before, I'm totally interested in the NFC East.
Yes.
And but when I look at those, I'm looking to see. Come on, Giants. I know we stuck with Daniel Jones right now.
Well, they stuck with him right now. But they could
Yeah.
get out of it. They could get out of his contract next year if they want to. But I think they brought in locked for the competition. Because remember when his job was on the line the year before, it was his season either to get paid or not, and he
He
he, he
stepped up.
took the Giants to the playoffs. So
Yeah,
I
he
think they
stepped up.
saying if they bring in somebody to push them in the quarterback room, maybe we can get the spark out of him, and let's see what
Okay.
happens. He
Okay.
just has to, because he gonna run the ball. He's gonna run just like he's not a Allen from Buffalo, but he got some traits that Dayball try to get out of him from Allen. You
Yeah, he
know,
in there. He in there somewhat.
somewhere. So that's what they're
Yeah.
trying to try and do with him. So we'll
So
see what happens. If healthy
so
competition draws out the best of him, that's what the Giants are looking for. And remember, we got 6 picks coming up in the draft.
okay.
One of them
So
might be a quarterback.
we're gonna have to come back and revisit that once they drop those 6 picks, and we'll know what we got. Okay.
Yes.
Before we end it, let's talk about it. Probably one of the biggest trades that I was looking forward to over the summer was Russell Wilson moving to Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Right?
Russell Wilson, basically, it wasn't a trade. Russell Wilson was basically said, "You're out of here. We gonna take this 80 $85 million hit, and you are out of here." And they basically just cut him, but they gave him a chance to look around before free agency, and he landed in Pittsburgh, a one
I
year deal.
I think it's a great landing spot for him.
Yep,
Right?
and Denver's going to eat at least 50 million. They're going to pay all his contract, which is going to be 38 million because he's going to. Pittsburgh only had to pay 1.2 for him, so Denver's still going to pay 38 million to Russell not to play there.
It's crazy. All right,
Then, then
let's
you got
keep
the
it moving.
breaking news last night
Let's
that
go. Let's
Justin
go.
Fields
Yeah.
was traded to Pittsburgh for what? Next year's 5th round pick.
Hmm.
And it can move up to a 4th round pick if necessary. But
Question:
go ahead.
do you think sending Justin Fields to Pittsburgh is a good move for Justin?
I think so. One, he has a confident head coach. Two, if Russell got his head right, he has somebody in the quarterback room that he can deal with, that they can bounce things off of. All right. Third, the the offensive coordinator that used to be the Falcons head coach is now the offensive coordinator of Pittsburgh. So let's see how that works out for Pittsburgh.
I think it's a great spot for him to learn because if there's one complaint I have about last season, and I was listening to one of these shows, and I want to say it was whatever, it doesn't matter. We ain't talk
Probably get
about
us
them
sports
over
with
here.
Manny.
One of them, and the one with I think her name is Joy, and she has the guy that used to be the running back for Philadelphia. Ah,
Uh,
anyway, it
okay,
doesn't matter.
okay. Joy. Let me see. Joy.
Taylor, Joy, Bryant, Joy
Yeah,
Taylor.
Joy Taylor. What's it called? Taylor's sister that used to play
Yes,
in
yes,
Miami
yes, yes.
and played for the Jets.
And they got the guy
Jason
on there,
Taylor. Jason
Shady.
Taylor's sister.
They got the guy on there, Shady McCoy,
Yeah,
running back. He was decent in NFL. He was good.
yeah.
So I'm watching them, and they said that basically he said Justin was a scrub. I disagree.
That Justin Fields was a scrub.
Justin Fields was a scrub. No offensive line. He probably was in just as bad of a situation as this young boy was down in North Carolina. Right?
Yes. Yeah,
They
if you
really
have no
have
offensive line, you can't do anything. That's
right,
why, look at that. That's why the Giants just brought in 4 offensive linemen for help. You got to build your
right,
offensive
right.
line. You got to build your defensive line and your offensive line. If you
So
don't
I
build
think
those two, you're going to fail.
So
So, mhm,
I think him going to Pittsburgh will make him a better quarterback. He can sit behind Russell, see what to do, fill the game out, learn some things. I think it was a great move for Pittsburgh. I think it was a great move for Mike Tomlin because
yep,
he got 2 quarterbacks in the trade. They still have Najee
that's
Harris.
right.
I think they'll be okay. They still have Watt, correct?
Yep, yep.
I think they'll be okay.
I think it'll
That
be okay too.
in the
And
AFC.
plus, go ahead.
hmm
And
hmm
Russell's track record playing the AFC North, he's about 11-5 in wins.
whew,
He has
whew.
beaten every team in the AFC North
Yeah,
in his
yeah.
career. He has one of the best records of any quarterback right now playing AFC North teams. I don't care what team he was on, Seattle or Denver. He showed good play against these teams.
So can we make pre-predictions?
Go
And
ahead.
let's start off with Pittsburgh right there. Do
Okay.
you think there'll be a force? Where they at AFC North?
North.
Do you
Yes.
think
I
there'll
think they
be a
will make
force?
the playoffs again.
Okay. The Giants. I already asked you that. Do you think the Giants will move up in standings? Maybe a
Yes,
second
I would
or
think.
first?
I think the Giants will make the playoffs
Okay.
once again. Get another victory, but we're gonna look for the second victory. We're gonna try to make a move this year.
This ain't your
Now
heart
we
speaking.
still we
Is
still need,
this
like I said, we got 6 picks in the draft, and we still got about some money to play around in free agency. I think we
right?
still gonna pick up a a safety. We already picked up one. Now the funny thing with the Giants, Burns comes in from Carolina. He's a big Spider-Man fan. He's Spidey.
Uh-huh.
And they picked up Jalen Mills from the Eagles. He's the one who wears the green braids. And he
Mm-hmm.
calls himself the Green Goblin.
Okay. We'll see how
All
that
right,
work
so
out.
yeah, that works out because we got Spider-Man all around in Giant Stadium.
So
And
you,
every,
you're not
so
you're not making this choice with your heart. You're not making this with your heart. You're saying, because I feel they're gonna be more competitive.
me too.
I'm gonna say 9, 10 wins. That's
I'm gonna
what I'm
say
saying.
I'm saying 10 wins.
Okay.
No, I'm saying 11 wins. We don't get there. We don't surprise some people. Okay, we don't
11 wins.
surprise some people.
11 wins.
Yes,
I'm putting that right above here, right here. So
yes,
Giants 11 wins. I'm sorry,
11 wins.
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, how many wins?
I think Pittsburgh could get 10 wins. 10
Pittsburgh
wins.
10 wins. Okay,
Yes,
okay. So I mean, these are the teams that I'm interested in. Okay,
yes.
so Atlanta, what we talking here?
Atlanta. Now
Playoffs?
Atlanta's. I think with the like you said, they got the playmakers around them. They got a great. They got a decent upcoming running back. They got Pitts as a tight end. They got London as a wide receiver. So and they defense was comparable last year. So I'm thinking they can take that division and they can take that division with 10 wins.
10 wins because this season the division was taken with 8 wins.
I think no. I think they was nine. They was yeah. There could be 8 wins. I thought there was nine. I thought there was
Tampa
9
Bay,
and 8.
Tampa Bay, 8 wins.
Okay.
Okay, so it could have been 9, but it
Yeah.
was low.
And Tampa Bay re-signed Baker.
That was smart.
Yep.
He works.
And they
He worked there.
and they re-signed Evans.
I wait a minute. Who left? Who left? Allen left San Diego. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
Allison at San
You
Diego
see how
went
old
to the
I am? I
Bears.
said
He
San
went to the
Diego
Bears.
Chargers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We'll see. And guess
The
what? Hollywood Brown signed with the Chiefs. Now, he might be something
hmm.
that they've been missing since Hill left. A little small guy that can run down the field fast.
Okay.
So they could put some of those Hill plays back into the offense that they didn't use the last 2 years. And the ironic thing is they didn't use them in the last 2 years, and they back-to-back Super Bowl champs.
Okay. So Buffalo didn't make moves.
No, now I keep on hearing there's rumors out there that Diggs can be had for a draft pick or two. So I'm saying maybe since Dayball is knows Diggs,
I'll take him. I'll take him.
give them a future third round pick
I'll take him.
and bring Diggs to the Giants.
I'll take him because he has a quality that most receivers don't have. He wants that ball.
Yeah, he wants the ball. He got to be a dog. He wants the
Yeah, he a
ball.
dog. He a dog.
Yeah.
He a dog. So before we close this out, we're coming up on a 30-minute mark. Here we go.
Okay.
NFC East predictions, top to bottom. Come on, give it to me, baby.
I'm gonna go top to bottom. Giants, Philly, Dallas, Commanders.
Giants, Philly, Dallas, Commanders. Now I'm gonna have to come back and I'm gonna have to put a big heart right here because that was heart. Come on, man.
Okay.
Come on, man.
All
You
right.
saying
So if you
Giants
want
gonna
to,
win
if you
that?
want to say, okay, if you want to say it that way, Philly,
Okay.
Giants, Cowboys, Commanders. I know your wife's gonna be upset because you're a big Cowgirl fan. I mean Cowboy
Okay.
fan. I'm sorry about that.
But
But
I got you. I got you a little closer to reality right there. So you're saying Philly,
Giants.
Giants, Cowboys,
Yes.
Washington. Okay,
Yes.
so I'm saying Philly,
Yep.
Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
Giants, Washington. Pretty much the same order. But I
Mm-hmm.
think the win total for the Giants will be up and they'll get a wild card spot.
Yes, I think so too.
That's what I think. That's what I think.
Okay, I can live with that.
Everybody else, I don't care.
Okay, I don't care either.
Do you have a league that you want to predict, or you don't care either?
I don't care. Like I said, I like Patrick. I like Mahomes. You got for the AFC, you got to go through Kansas City. I like to see Baltimore get over that hump. No one's talking about Tua right now. Like Tua wanted to get, I want Tua to get paid, and secondly, I think he could do better this year. I think they could probably take that division if they keep everything together. They have to beat some winning teams, so they need to beat some winning teams this year, and they
I
can make
think,
that next step.
if I remember correctly, I think the only winning team they beat last year was Dallas.
Yeah, it was Dallas, and
Yeah.
and my at home,
Yeah. Yeah.
at home. If that game was
So
away, it probably would have lost to Dallas. Yeah.
so hey, we will check back in
We'll check
about
back
another
in
week.
around the draft time, pre-draft
Yeah.
or post-draft. Let's see what
Yeah.
everything shakes out.
Yeah.
What other
Yeah.
free agents drop, and let's see what happens. Because I like
Yeah.
to see. I want the Giants to still sign Simmons that we got from the Cardinals last year, and the other Simmons that was released by Denver.
Do we have the space to get them? Do we have the
Yes,
room to get them? We got the money to get them?
and we should re-sign Dory Jackson. So those are three guys I like to see that we pick up for defense for the Giants.
With my fingers crossed? Can I cross my fingers? That's weird. Fingers crossed.
Okay,
So, yo, anything else you got going on?
no, that's
Because
it for
I
right
you,
now.
you you dropping podcasts weekly. I see them.
I tried. Get on sports with Manny. Anything that comes out, I try to drop it. Thanks to you, you got me back on TV. So big ups to you, Al. Thank you for that. I've been trying for a minute, but you got me up. I don't got your graphics and everything yet. I need to get on your skill set for graphics and all that.
In
I'm
due
still,
time, sir.
yeah, in due
In
time.
due time.
I'm a little raw, but I still pop junk like I always did.
Well, it'll be some graphics above you over there. I'll
Okay,
put some, but check me out, 8121 Talk. Me and my wife back on that podcast, just talking about stuff at home and doing whatever we do. And every now and then I throw a DJ video out there
yeah,
just
I
in
saw
case they
that.
forgot.
I saw that. You
Just
had one on Dougie Fresh's DJ.
Oh, Barry, that's my man. Shout
Yeah,
out to Barry B.
yeah, Barry B.
But
I saw that. That was nice. That was nice.
it's been
So,
real, bro.
yeah, been real. I'll holler at you later, Al.
I'll let you later. Check us out. Subscribe to Manny's page. Subscribe to my page. Subscribe to Ghetto Sports. It's Ghetto Sports with Manny, right?
Yeah, get us what's with Manny.
Or subscribe to 8121 Talk, 8121 Media on YouTube, or 8121 Talk on Instagram, or Mr. Southall on Instagram, or
Okay.
whatever. You'll find me. You'll find
Yeah,
me.
all media outlet. They will find either you or me.
8121 Talk, Ghetto Sports with Manny. We out.
Peace.